Good morning, everyone. Coming to you on Friday morning, bright and early, to get you ready for another weekend in the motorsports world. We had a busy one last weekend, but we have got a lot of events still going on this upcoming weekend. Joined by Wyatt for this one. Wyatt, what's up, buddy?
Just trying to get through another weekend. Got life full of motorsports.
Yeah, it is. So, obviously, we had two really big events going on last weekend. We had the Daytona 24, which is the 24-hour race at Daytona. Team Penske going back-to-back years. Felipe Nasser finished it off for the Penske team, and he was driving with Nick Tandy, Lawrence Van Thor, I'm going to call him. They had a pretty well dominating performance the entire time, and this is actually Felipe's second year in a row winning this event. So congratulations to Penske again. Seems like they have figured out Daytona, no matter if it's in NASCAR or if it's on the Daytona 24.
Yeah, it seems like anything they have, anywhere they go, it seems to be complete. It seems complete. They know what they're doing. Their setups are correct every time, and if they're not correct, they'll fix them for the next race, and they always do.
Yeah. It was a bad night to be a Cadillac, though. It seems like overnight, whenever we were all asleep, all the Cadillacs got taken out, and it just was not a great night for them on that side of things. But switching gears over to the drag racing world, we talked about it last Friday. U.S. Street Nationals, after facing weather, I think for 2 days, they finally got going. And I don't really think it was a surprise who won this one. King Cortuccio wins the U.S. Street Nationals. He's the points leader going into the final race, World Series of Pro Mods. From what I've been reading on the Drag Illustrated side of things, it's his point series to lose for the winter series.
Yeah. If you've watched Ken throughout testing, when it came to even snowbirds, he has only aborted 2 runs. In this past week, he didn't abort any run. Didn't have any trouble, really. It went A to B every time. He was killer on the light. And through our predictions of who we had being as the ones to watch, and he was on every one of ours. And go figure, after runner-up at Snowbirds, he wins the U.S. Streets, in my opinion, in dominating fashion. So I think
It really was.
I think it's his to lose with that 400-point lead. I understand it's points and a half, but 400 points is a lot.
Yeah. Your top 3 going into U.S. Street Nationals, Ken Cortuccio obviously leading the way. Kai Kelly, he still made it pretty far into U.S. Street Nationals, didn't he? I think he made it to the
He made
semis or
no,
round 2.
he made it to round 2. He got bumped out by Zach Sackman of Karate's car, and it was a tricky portion of the day when the track gets hot, the sun's out, and it's a tuner's game, and it's the only run that in eliminations Kai Kelly did not have it all the way on the track. So
Yeah. But the one that I'm really wanting to watch out for, because we have World Series of Pro Mod coming up February 27th through March 1st. And so these guys have got about a month to be able to tinker and mess with everything. I just don't see Mark Mickey going away at the World Series of Pro Mod. I mean, he's been there for both races, just quite frankly, just kind of had bad luck in his other ones.
yeah, the man's been pretty dominant when it comes to testing and qualifying. I mean, you don't have 12 straight number 1 qualifiers for nothing going back to last year. I mean, running on the pole every time, having lane choice, but just dumb luck, really. I mean, if you don't have the greatest of days, you have to be basically perfect. And he wadded up the tire second round, and that's what took him out. If he didn't wad it up, there's a good chance he's the winner. So
Yeah.
he's not out of it by any means. He's the number 1 turbo car. He really kind of is the number 1 pro mod, if with no mistakes. But mistakes can happen.
Yeah. We've had some really cool announcements too coming out from the PDRA side of things this week. Have you kept up with that at all?
Yeah, the PDRA, I can't exactly remember what the purse name is, but it's a direct correlation for new sponsors or contingency folks to come in and boost the payout for a certain class or classes
Yeah.
for a singular race. It's a great way to boost a business that is wanting to sponsor racing, get in the motorsports industry, whether they are a manufacturer of some sort or a business that just likes to support motorsports. And by doing that, it's a great way for racers to get a really good kickback, along with the teams and sponsors that are coming in to get great exposure for their business. So
Yeah, exactly. I've actually got the article pulled up right here. It says PDRA racing officials announced today the introduction of Power Purse. It's a new program bringing new and existing marketing partners to another level of involvement with the series and its competitors. This new program will directly double the winner's purse of a marketing partner's choosing for one particular race, hence the name Power Purse. So any of the sponsors, they can automatically choose which race is going to be doubled for the entire purse there, which is really great. And they've already announced for the first race of the year, Pat Musi Racing Engines, Pro Nitrous.
Pro Nitrous category sponsorship,
Yeah.
so he'll directly double the purse for that class at the first race in Galot.
Yes, grabs 20,000 to win PDRA East Coast Nationals at Galot. Yeah, we have some experience with that place. I really hope to make it to a PDRA show this year, but that's really cool for what they have going on. But they aren't the only ones that had a purse to announce. NHRA came out swinging, announcing a $25 million. I think it's the purse overall for all the categories. Like that's going to be the
It's
grand
for
total
the
in
it's
prizes.
yes, correct. It is the grand total purse for all the pro categories: top fuel, funny car, pro stock, and pro stock motorcycle. And I don't know if it entails only the regular season because I know there is now a regular season championship for the NHRA Pro Series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it could only include the regular season, but I have not read the article. It may include the postseason as well. So
Right.
it is a very good purse, and it's great news from the NHRA. I know some have stated the NHRA should pay more, and 25 million right at the top for the front of the article. That's a great way to start.
Yeah, it really is. So that takes us into the other big event going on this weekend on the racing side. The Cookout Clash Bowman Grey Stadium. And if you have seen anything about Bowman Grey Stadium on the internet, everybody knows it is absolute chaos there whenever it doesn't matter what kind of cars racing there during the year. So we're just going to throw NASCARs on there, and I think it's going to be one heck of a show.
I think the historicalness of the event itself, the facility, the town, it's going to bring back a lot of nostalgia, but with that newer sense, it's going to bring that sense of competition and history kind of colliding into one. That it's going to be an atmosphere, I think, for
Yeah.
NASCAR fans and motorsport junkies in general that you don't really want to miss, whether you're watching in person or on TV. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a unknown thing that people say that NASCAR is nowhere near what it was years ago. And it's not. It's completely different. It's completely changed. But Bowman Gray Stadium just holds that aura around it that it's going to be chaotic. But we do have the schedule laid out for you. It's a Saturday Sunday deal. So Saturday night, 6:10 Eastern time, we're going to have practice and qualifying, right? So heat racers are going to go on that night at 8:30 Eastern time. And then Sunday, just before the clash, 6 Eastern, you're going to have a last chance qualifier. So if you didn't make it, you're going to have one more shot to do it. And then 8 Eastern, the Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium will take shape. And man, I don't know who to pick for it because I really don't know who all is going to be in it. Because that last chance qualifier, there's going to be some tore up race cars and some angry drivers. I mean, it's short track racing. Everybody gets angry on those.
If you're not aggressive on short tracks, you might as well stay home because if you're not there to
Yeah.
win and push it to the limits, just get out of the way.
Yeah. I'll tell you too, though, I'm really excited to see some of these drivers debut with their new teams, though. I saw some of the haulers before we came in here on Facebook. Some of the new reps on the haulers are absolutely awesome looking. I would love to know who did them, but we have one more piece of news to talk about, and it's a guy going from pulling into the drag racing world. Todd Dugan. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. The Angry Farmer and Angry Shine trucks from the diesel category and the sled pulling. He's all of a sudden debuted a what appears to be a pro mod drag card that was revealed yesterday. We have no idea where he's going, where he's going to be racing at. we don't even know what's going on here. Is he done with pulling? We don't know.
Yes. So if anybody's paid attention to Todd's Facebook page, he has shared a video of a graphics company that went and wrapped his new 55 screw blown Pro Mod. Um, it's kind of a shocker to everybody in the pulling world because Todd's been known as a very large sponsor, contingency sponsor, event sponsor
For a long time.
for a long time that he's been in the sport, and he hasn't been in the sport as long as a lot of them, but he's made a very large impact. And for
Right.
him to come out of really nowhere, if you didn't know behind the scenes at all that he was building this, it was kind of a shocker. All of a sudden, here's a pro mod because really the Shelton family of Culp Lumber were the only ones we know in the drag racing world coming from pulling. So this adds a whole another element of maybe pulling breaks its way into racing, or vice versa. Racing brings into pulling with that connection of sponsorship or brands such as Angry Farmer. So I think it's going to be great for Todd. It's a great new challenge. I know he's had sponsors in Super Street, Superstock, I believe,
Yeah.
Corvette car. So he's not.
He's not a total stranger at all.
No, he's not a total stranger to the racing world, but him being in a door slammer is going to be quite interesting because the tuner that I've been hearing names of is no stranger to blowing alcohol motors.
No, he's not.
So
Yeah, so that was just a last minute breaking thing that we had happen yesterday, and I was writing out the script for this last night. It was like, oh, okay, so we've got to talk about this now. But yeah, as far as other events going on this weekend, me and Jonathan are heading down to the Southern Invitational for pulling action Friday and Saturday. It's gonna be a great show. We've got light limiteds, we've got 85 limited pros, we have got super stocks, we've got hot farms, we've got 3.0 diesel trucks, and then Saturday morning we've got super farm, we've got 3.6 diesel trucks, 4x4 trucks. What else am I missing here? There's a bunch of them. 10,000-pound hot farms. There's no shortage of vehicles that are going to be there. I think we already told up the hooks for tomorrow night to be up in the 70s. So it's going to be a great show. So we will be there for sure. And then stay tuned, you guys. We've got a lot of neat things coming down the pipeline. I'll just say it that way. But we will let you guys know about National Farm Machinery Show plans. We're still trying to put a plan in place. So we will let you guys know. But until then, make sure you guys share this around, like, and subscribe to our videos everywhere you see them. And we will see y'all next time.